me, Mrs. Boblet. I have a little something to tell you. A few students in the school have told me they wanted to read me a story. No one ever reads me stories. I know it's about me because it's called Maybe Something Beautiful.
With so many beauties, she took the town by storm with her.
In the heart of a great city, there lived a girl who loved to doodle, draw, color, and paint. Every time she saw a blank piece of paper, Mira thought to herself, maybe. And because of this, her room was filled with color and her heart was filled with joy.
On her way to school one day, Mira gave a round apple to Mr. Henry, the owner of a shop down the street. She gave a flower to Mrs. Lopez, the lady with sparkling eyes.
She gave a songbird to Mr. Sachs and a red heart to the policeman, who walked up and down the streets. On her way home, Mira taped a glowing sun onto the wall, hiding in the shadows. Her city was less gray, but not too much.
The next day, Mira saw a man with a pocket full of paintbrushes. He gazed at the wall. He looked at her side. He held his fingers up in a square and peered through them. He said thoughtfully. What do you see? Mira asked. Maybe something beautiful, the man replied. Then just like that, he dipped a brush in the paint. Pam, pow! The shadows scurried away. Sky blue cut through the glue. The man's laughter was like a rainbow spreading across the sky.
Who are you? Mira asked. I'm an artist, he said. A muralist. I paint on walls. I'm an artist too, she told him. He handed Mira a brush. Then come on. Mira dipped it in the loudest color she saw. Yowie! The wall lit up like sunshine.
As the man drew pictures on the bricks, Mira added color, punch, and pizzazz. Soon, Mr. Sachs joined in. Then came others. Everyone painted to the rhythm, salsa, merengue, and bebop.
Even Mira's mama painted and danced the cha-cha-cha. The whole neighborhood became a giant block party until the policeman walked up. Excuse me, he said. The music stopped. Mira put her brush down. They were surely in trouble. The officer cleared his throat, then paused. May I paint with you? He asked. So Mira handed him a paintbrush and the music started again.
Teachers and papas jumped in, babies too. Mira and the man handed out brush after brush. Color spread throughout the streets. So did joy. Wherever Mira and the man went, art followed like the string of a kite. After they colored the walls, they painted utility boxes and benches. They decorated sidewalks with poetry and shine, and everyone danced. Together, they created something more beautiful than they had ever imagined. When their clothes were splattered with a million colors, everyone sat down to rest, except the muralist. His eyes sparkled. You, my friends, are artists, he told them. The world is your canvas. He smiled wide, then pulled everything together. In big, sweeping motions, his paintbrush was like a magic wand. When he finished, Mira added one more bird way up in the sky. Maybe, she thought, just maybe.
Maybe Something Beautiful is based on a true story. At one time, the colorful East Village near downtown San Diego, California, did not have many murals on the walks.
on the walls, nor quotes from Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., and Cesar Chavez written on the sidewalks. Benches were not the works of art you can see now, and people living in the area were not part of the vibrant community that they are today. Instead, the streets were gray and dark. But one day, a husband-wife team, he and an artist, she a graphic designer and community leader, moved in to transform their neighborhood into a place of beauty. Raphael and Candace Lopez designed a plan to bring people together to create art so that their neighborhood could become a better place for all to live. They held meetings in their home to share their idea. Everyone was invited: police officers, graffiti artists, teachers, single parents, children, homeless people, and more. With the help of many, Urban Art Trail was born, and volunteers of all ages, races, and walks of life community themselves to a common goal: reviving their community through art.
First came the murals entitled "The Joy of Urban Living" and "The Strength of Women." The community painted utility boxes and benches bright colors. They crafted mosaics around the trees along the streets. Raphael and Candace had noticed that in their neighborhood, people often looked down at the ground as they walked. So they painted poems and calligraphy on the sidewalks. Little by little, the entire neighborhood became a work of art and an inspiration to those who lived there.
The impact of art in the neighborhood grew. Some of the painted benches were auctioned off, and the money provided a class scholarships for at-risk students who had an interest in art. Visitors came to admire. Donations big and small came in, and what once seemed to be an impossible dream became a trademark of San Diego's East Village. The movement, prompted by Urban Art Trails, spread far and wide. Communities throughout the United States have commissioned Raphael's murals, and neighborhoods as far as way Canada and Australia have implemented the model of community-based art.
Maybe something beautiful, illustrated by the muralist who inspired it, was written in honor of Raphael and Candace Lopez, and all of the quiet leaders in our neighborhoods. It was an invitation to transform not only the walls and streets of our cities, but also the minds and hearts of our communities.
That book was not about me. It was still a good story, though. I love books. Thanks for joining us.